Good afternoon and welcome to April. Welcome to our quarterly Give Up Sugar Totally Clean Free for 21 days to give our bodies a happy vacation. And this is Susan Lawton and I'm on with Deb. Is that you?
It's me. I'm here. Hi, everyone.
Several people
Welcome,
wrote,
welcome.
tell us about her teaching background. Debbie, tell them what you've been doing for some years.
Oh, I get to play with blocks and Play-Doh. No,
I've
I am,
always been jealous, always been jealous.
I know. I have been teaching for 35 years, and my latest job is back in kindergarten, which is where I started. And I have experience with all age levels and um, my regular education children, and I also work with the special needs population. And they give me a lot of joy, and it's so much fun. You want to talk about learning experiences? They'll teach you a thing or two, let me tell you.
Oh, they keep it direct and simple.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Okay, and you also do testing, don't you? Didn't you just start a nonprofit?
Yes, I'm a learning consultant, so I evaluate children and adults to see if they have learning disabilities. And we have recently started a nonprofit organization to help parents, especially those in the middle class, because they have a really hard time getting assistance to make certain that their children are being placed in appropriate programs. So we're really happy to get that started off the ground. It's called SEPSA, and we're looking forward to doing some tremendous things and helping a lot of people.
Great, and you have to let me know when your nonprofit fundraising starts because I really believe this is so important. There's so many adults that I work with who have what people used to think of as emotional issues, which we trace all the way back to the fact that no one ever identified their frustration in ADHD, not being able to translate symbols in
Hmm.
letters. I remember your story about the young man you met who couldn't read because no one took the time to teach him, and what happened after you taught him to read.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And a lot of thanks to people that did some work with some color therapy, and you're familiar with that. He made a comment to me that the letters kept jumping off pages, and we tried to find a nice shade of blue that helped those letters calm down. And he was amazed, and we got him going. And it was a very, very rewarding experience. It really was. And if I knew then what I knew now, we could have introduced some oils, and that would have even helped too. So um, I'm hoping to combine a lot of that in what I do. I do. Um, help parents understand the importance of the oil. So um, they go hand in hand. They really do.
Right, and I'm grateful you're willing to share this program with me. I am a sugar addict who is constantly in recovery, and I believe there's a sugar demon that I'm able to beat off for 3 to 6 weeks at a time. And
You and
I'm
me
working
both.
on personal issues
Hmm.
so that I can have more enjoyment aside from eating.
Hmm.
So let's start out with my inspiration, Louise Hay. All I have to do is to use the power of my thoughts to create that which I desire. And anyone who's ever been to our classes knows this is a thread we have woven for years and years to help people understand the power of their mind to be a slayer or a healer. And for 21 days, we all agree we can do anything. We
Absolutely.
just have to start. And what do we always talk about?
Water, water, water.
And why is water so important?
Well, you list four reasons here. Water, first of all, overall, of course, to hydrate ourselves. You have always taught us, and we all know that we have to drink the 80% of our body weight in water because that's what our body's made of. It gives us more energy. It makes our skin look great. It helps us lose some weight, and we need it. It helps us get rid of all those nasty things that we're going to rinse out of our body when we eliminate sugar.
Right. It's called clearing the debris because your body has made up of such a great amount of water. When we eliminate drinking tea or soda or other beverages and we replace it all with water, three things happen really fast. Your mind gets clear, your elimination is more thorough, and you have more energy. And when it's time to go to sleep, you rest really well, strictly by being well hydrated. And coupled with giving your body a vacation from sugar, your body is going to start dropping things from cells and organs and
Mm-hmm.
organ systems you don't really need that it was too tired to deal with. So the 3 week vacation is really important to let your body be healthy. And lately, I've been doing lots of research on music and light, and that has to do with the project that'll be released in August. And you're going to love what we put together. And singing keeps you healthy, exercises your heart and lungs, and releases endorphins that make you feel good. And I don't know about you guys, but we used to make up words to songs if we couldn't understand the words. So I like to sing to my tummy and sing to my fat cells and explain to them how happy I am they are leaving. Thank you, button up. Use little slim and sassy. Button up, move on, fat cells. You don't need to be here anymore. I've taken you on your adventures. You can go out with some water, and if you make up songs and you sing them while you're vacuuming, while you're washing windows, while you're cleaning out the garage, it's amazing how much happy you are about your progress. Have you ever done that, Deb?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we can come up with a little tune. Goodbye, fat cells. Goodbye, fat cells, right?
Yes.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
fat cells. It's time for you to go. No, it's true. Singing just makes you happier. It just helps anything you're doing be easier. I always sing when I'm cleaning. I'm not quite sure why, but it makes me happy doing it, and it just does make those endorphins that release really does make you happy. It just puts a smile on your face. Absolutely.
It really
Yep.
does. I encourage
Hmm.
this in the car. I encourage this in the shower. I encourage it when the grandkids are fussing in the other room. Because while they're fussing and I don't really want to arbitrate, I just start singing a happy song and be surprised how they come running in to find out what's going on that's different. So we can help them. They make up funny words too. The more fun you have, the calmer and more peaceful your body is. And here's my buddy Al.
We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them.
Right. So if you're always shopping the snack aisle, if you're always bringing home quantities of things that are not in your best interest, part of you can't leave it alone. One of the reasons why we encourage you to get rid of stuff that's in your house, it's a temptation. There's some things I can have around that I would never touch,
Mhm.
like cashews with salt. Would never touch it. So I only buy the cashews without salt. But there are some things like people have little Hershey Kisses sitting in jars when I go visit their house. I really don't care. Hershey Kisses have been tested previously to have a lot of unpleasant fillers that are not good for us. So I
Mm.
don't even not interested in a Hershey's product. So Deb and I worked this list together, and I'm telling you, if you want to start Wednesday morning, it's a really good day to start. Let's be thorough, absolutely no sugar for 3 weeks. Here's how we get ready.
Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is, well, eat up or get rid of all the white flour products by your start date, whenever that's going to be. And you want to read some labels and make sure a lot of the items in our cabinets can have a lot of these um, things hidden in there. There's a lot of hidden sugar and flour ingredients, so you just want to take a look.
Right, and you
Um,
want to eliminate all obvious white sugar, white flour from diet starting at 6 p.m. the day before. See, the last time we did this, we used a weekend as a target. And this
right.
was a nice list. I just decided to recycle it.
Sure. And remember that Sue's thing about brown sugar is white sugar.
Oh yeah,
So,
brown sugar is the same as white sugar, only it's the seconds.
okay. And you want to start shopping and get new foods in your home. And let me tell you, spring is the best time to do this. There's a lot of new vegetables coming. Um, when I'm trying to be good, I shop the outer four aisles of the supermarket. You walk through the produce, you walk along the back is the meats and the fish and the dairy. And if you stay out of the middle aisles, you'll kind of stay out of trouble. Okay, but you want to look at those orange veggies, you want fruits, you want nuts.
You want
Okay,
fresh, not dried, please.
right, right.
For years, I made the mistake of carrying little boxes of raisins with me for energy, thinking how smart I was. Well, the reason I liked the little boxes of raisins was because it was concentrated sugar. The little sugar demon, I'm sure, loved it. Well, I was being so good not to eat carrot cake, but I was eating dried fruit, which is sugar concentrated. Wicked of us.
Well, I fell in love with craisins till, and I loved them in my salads. And boy, I was eating salads constantly because that just added so much fun. Only did I realize why, so I understand.
Right.
In order to kill off the candida, and believe me, I've been through it just like Sue, we live this, it's part of our demons as well. You really have to give it up. You can't have, and if you want to get rid of the candida in your body, there is no white flour. Okay, and again, practice drinking lots of water now. You want to get rid of all those generations of candida because they're certainly hiding out in a lot of the crevices of your intestines.
Yep, and at least 80% of your body weight in ounces daily of water. It's highly beneficial to consume 16 ounces of water as soon as you get out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, the candida issue that Debbie just mentioned, we really can't tell you that 90% of all adults, male and female, walking around, when they're shopping in the drugstore, they're shopping for relief from generations of candida.
Mm-hmm.
Dandruff is candida being expressed. Many forms of eczema, skin rashes is many forms is just the body expressing overgrowth of yeast coming out through the skin. Men
Mm-hmm.
losing ability to hear in many cases can be traced back to dietary changes, in particular soda and diet soda. I probably wasn't supposed to tell you any of that, so let's not tell Mark, okay? We stole this from our friend Rachel, who lives in Hawaii, and we love her because we think this is very clever. Eat less crap, eat more food.
Mm-hmm.
Carbonated beverages have to go. Even that, what is the see-through one that everybody wants me to tell them is okay? Not vodka, the other one. It's a carbonated beverage. Carbonated drinks of all kind, even if they're tonic water or what's the other one?
Oh, you mean seltzer?
Seltzer. Not
Okay.
good. Don't do it. Just plain water. Refined sugar of any kind, artificial sweeteners and colors, and processed foods. I mean, I could tell you stories about packaging when you're looking at shredded cheese. Just remember the FDA only requires in that cheese like food product that there only be 51% dairy. Now, did I say 51% cheese?
No.
I said 51% dairy. And I don't want to go
So
into the definition of all encompassing dairy particles.
that gives me the chills just thinking about it.
Okay, so make your own shredded cheese. Get real cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Eat more food, fruits and veggies, organic lean proteins, omega-3 fatty acids. Drink water, drink water, drink water. It's amazing because while you're on this particular cleanup for 3 weeks, you become aware of when and how you get tempted. You become aware of your own motivation. And that's what this is really about. So you can make better choices consistently moving forward. Even if you want to have a piece of carrot cake on Sundays after the 3 weeks, you will notice a difference in how your body feels. We want you to pay attention to your body. And let's talk about feelings.
And that kind of does go along with our food. 1 minute of anger weakens the immune system for 4 to 5 hours. Wow, 1 minute, 60 seconds for 4 to 5 hours.
Right.
And 1 minute of laughter boosts your immune system for over 24. Well, I like that one much better.
Yes, and who likes a good joke better than us, okay?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And you'll learn in your head to turn situations that trigger anger response within you to repeatedly say to yourself, I am in charge of me. Others are unable to steal my good feelings. Grab some oils. Call up your good place. Make some clear statements of intention about feeling good about your choices. And that brings us to the part about, are you going to tell your friends you're doing this?
Oh no.
Why not, Deb? Why don't we tell our friends we're abstaining for 21 days?
Because even though they're your friends, a lot of friends don't want you to be successful in this stuff. They do the sabotages. The last time I did this, my friends know I have a weakness for things chocolate, and I went over to visit, and there was an array of chocolate brownies and cakes and cupcakes, and oh my gosh, I mean, I it's overwhelming, and unless you have a friend that's going to be truly supportive of what you're doing, don't tell. It just makes it so much easier.
And if you're out to dinner or lunch and they say things like, gee, you're not having any dressing on your salad, all you have to say, here's some lines for you. I'm good at lines. The first one is, for some reason, I think all of the pollen in the air is giving me kind of a sour stomach, so I'm trying to avoid anything that could upset my stomach further. And then kind of
That's
make
good.
the little gesture like you might puke on them. Sorry. Okay. Another thing you can say is, yes, I really would like to have that, but I'm going to have a really good dinner with my secret date later on, so I'm saving up my calories for then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You can
I like
say things that are generally just fun and let them worry about whether it's true or not. You don't owe anyone an explanation.
You can always use the doctor excuse, though. My doctor told me I need to watch my cholesterol or something.
Oh, yeah.
That might work.
Yeah, my doctor told me to watch my weight, and I put it right out there in front of me where I could see it better. No, here's the deal. We all know what we need to do. You just need to make a personal commitment to you. Okay? And anyone out there who's ever done any emotional eating to compensate, it's one of the things that sugar seems to go along with.
No.
Like if you grew up in a dysfunctional home, you learned to keep your mouth shut or busy so you didn't say things that you knew would get you in trouble. We call it swallowing the pain or swallowing the rejection or swallowing adversity rather than speak up and be punished. But maybe nobody you ever met ever had that, but you may run into somebody who says, gee, I was seriously abused as a kid and I still can't talk about politics to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's tell them a little bit about how emotions can still affect the rest of your body because your being in charge of you is really, really important. And we're going to make some more oil suggestions in a minute.
Yeah, your emotions go hand in hand with eating. All of us like seek comfort in our food. And a lot of times when we go through these emotional things that we're going to talk about right now, it also leads to going and having some binge eating. I know when I deal with any of these, like sometimes the refrigerator calls me. So when you're dealing with anger issues, it weakens your liver. Grief can weaken your lungs. Worry impacts your stomach. We all get that nervous stomach. Stress weakens your heart and your brain, and fear weakens the kidney. Well, I don't know about you, but those are all my major organs functioning, so I want to know how to help myself.
Okay.
What am I going to do?
As you approach a situation in which previously you may have been ignited to anger, It's very important that you use your 3 favorite oils before you leave the house and you set the intention for you. I set the intention is I am peaceful and calm and I'm able to peacefully resolve this business issue. And if you find you're drawing to you people who ignite anger, which sometimes is fear just coming out in a funny way, you're
Mm-hmm.
afraid. You're afraid you don't know something. You're afraid you're not good enough. Here's the remedy: frankincense and clary sage when you have to go out. Bergamot with Roman chamomile. That helps you when you make a clear statement to stay calm, so your coping mechanism is so much better.
Mm-hmm.
If you're concerned about, I'm going to worry my way through this so I stay sharp, what are we going to use for the stomach, Deb?
Maybe a blend of something?
Perhaps a little Zenny blend would be really good.
Yeah, and it comes in liquid and in these things that you can chew.
Yes, and I do love the chewables personally. It has the perfect balance of calcium carbonate. It is so good for digestion and breaking down that overgrowth. Yeah, the overgrowth of the yeasty thing. Okay.
Well, they are pretty gross, so yeah.
Yeah, under a microscope, it's pretty gross. Get rid of them suckers. Okay. And fear, if we indulge it, I'm afraid to drive on the freeway. I'm afraid to go see my doctor. I'm afraid. Whatever we're afraid of, and then you have to run to the bathroom because your bladder's screaming, that's to
Mm-hmm.
remind you to put that nice balancing blend across your low back and the back of your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Another really helpful one for that area, of course, is always arborvitae with our friend geranium. Geranium. Sorry, folks, it's just jet lag. It is not alcohol. As you know, I don't drink. I'd be sleeping. All
That is true.
right.
Okay.
Now, if you are
Um,
depressed, you are living in the past. You're replaying things that you felt helpless to change.
mhm.
If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you're at peace, you're living in the present. Think about it. Do other people really spend time thinking about you and judging you? Nah, you're too much in your head. Get out of your own head. And there's no reason to replay the past because can you change it?
Nope, it's over and done with, right?
Yep. And if you're
Gone.
living in the future, you're exploring lists of things. Maybe this will happen. Maybe this they will say this. Maybe they will say that. With all the maybes, you're not leaving room for the universal wonderful goodness to just give you new possibilities. You have to be open to miracles. You have to be open to what is this amazing possibility that's coming my way. I can just feel something really good and stop.
Well, remember, today is the tomorrow that you worried about yesterday.
Ooh, that was good.
So, you know, it's not worth the energy. It really isn't.
Save your energy for enjoying the new surprises that are happy.
Right, the here and the now.
Okay. The less you worry about what other people think, the less complicated your life will become. That's
True.
really important
It
because if
is.
you're busy adjusting how you dress, what time you get somewhere, what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear based on how somebody else might view you, isn't that complicated? Isn't that a burden?
Oh, it's very tiresome, very time consuming, and it's not allowing you to live now. The only person that you need to please is yourself. And, So many people, and children especially, I mean, they do this too. They worry what everyone's going to say. Like my school, the best thing they did was they made all the kids wear uniforms, because parents used to complain to me how long the kids would stand there trying to decide what they were wearing that day, even from a very young age. So no, stop worrying about what other people are going to think and just be yourself.
Right. I have just one criteria. When I go to my closet, whatever's clean, I put it on. Okay? It doesn't matter, because people are going to respond to you energetically. Everyone has instincts. Everyone has energy. Everyone has good feelings. If you're feeling good about you, you're feeling good about getting together, it's infectious and people catch it. So it doesn't matter. My tops, as most people know, have little sprinkle marks on them because of the hole in my chin. Sometimes they don't wash out, but it's clean. Trust me. All right. Talk to us about sugar. Look at all that sugar. Oh!
Yeah, we thought that this was a really good picture to show you again, just to give you an idea. I actually drove by a 7-Eleven and saw so many people walking out with that frozen big gulp thing, and look at the package of sugar underneath, right? Even things that you think are good for you, the low-fat chocolate milk and all those things are just loaded with hidden sugar. That's why I said it's time to read your labels and pay attention to what's there. We want the plain water with nothing in it.
Yeah,
and even all those that come out with a lot of new flavored waters, you really have to watch those as well. And they're not processed the same. So when we say drink water, we mean plain, old, clear, non-flavored water.
Yep. Just drink it, drink it, drink it. Wash away the debris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and when you're reading packages, there's secrets that you need to know. All these words mean sugar.
You mean the oses?
Oses. We got a bad case of the oses going on.
Right. If you see any word that ends in that OSE, people, put it back on the shelf. And now, truthfully, I knew some of these, but I did not know all of these myself. So now if I just see any word ending in OSE, I leave it alone. And that includes a large amount of them.
Well, not only that, but the sad part is that because the FDA says you have to label things, some manufacturers are making up words. They're not really words. They're just making up words. And then when the FDA says, what's that word mean? Oh, that's sugar. Oh, okay. Well, it's labeled, but you have to go find out where it's labeled like that. So beware. I mean, even when I was looking at unsweetened iced teas when we stopped on the road to one of those major truck stops, even though you look at the unsweetened iced tea, sometimes it has corn syrup in it.
Yes.
So corn syrup is sugar. Stop it.
Yeah, and not only is it sugar, but the corn syrup is from GMO'd corn.
Yes.
That's even more frightening.
Really hard to digest. Okay. Mm-hmm. Say no to drugs. You see any of your favorites on here?
No. I like burgers.
I don't see any carrot cake.
No. I like burgers.
That's not pretzels down there in the corner, is it?
It might be.
Oh!
It might be those cheese-filled pretzels, those, what are those combo things?
Cheese-like food, yes. I always be wary of labels that say cheese-like food.
But do you know what's frightening?
What's that?
Looking at this picture?
Yeah.
A lot of those items on here are what my students used to bring for morning snack. Isn't that scary?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that's why you get such wonderful gas in the room. And burps.
Yes, that's true.
And they can't sit still. How many times you tell me stories they can't sit still?
No, they can't.
The poor things. I feel so bad.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Our Candida control program.
Woohoo!
5 steps. Eliminate foods that feed Candida. Build up your immune system. Kill off Candida overgrowth. Plant good bacteria in your digestive tract. And manage the healing crisis.
The healing
Woohoo!
crisis is sometimes itches and flakies and rashes that have
Mm-hmm.
to do with yeast leaving your body.
Yep.
So we don't put anything on the rashes, do we, folks?
No.
Because if your body is already expressing through the skin and it's pushing debris out, if you put oils on it, what will happen?
It might get a little bit bigger or redder, maybe. It
Yeah,
will
more.
only
It will. The
absorb.
body will view it as, ooh, here's a new port to dump some junk.
Exactly.
Okay. So drink more water. Soak your feet in Epsom salts and water. Give your body all kinds of ways of eliminating old bad thoughts, bad words, and bad chemicals. Okay.
Can I just jump in here with, because I was thinking of the friend that I work with that anytime she picks something up, she'd get this huge red welt on her arm.
Mm.
And we told her about giving up sugar, and she said she did, only to find out that, on the weekend she was having some fun going to the bar with her friends.
Mm-hmm.
So don't forget that alcohol is sugar, and that's part of what has to be given up during this time as well.
Right. And I can't list vodka, rum, beer, tequila. You must give it up for 3 weeks.
Yep.
And you may actually find that you sleep better, you eliminate better, you will be
Mm-hmm.
so happy with your insides. Orange foods are so good for making you young inside. They are amazing. And it's really
Mm-hmm.
helpful to put the entire household on this because if you don't bring it home, how are they going to eat it?
Yep.
The moment I say positive affirmations, I step out of the victim role. I am no longer helpless. I acknowledge my own power. So one lady wrote to me and said, whenever I get rid of all the sugar, my husband brings it home at night. He brings home cookies and he brings home cake and he brings home ice cream and I have to eat it. Thinking that's not true. How
Right.
about help him enjoy it himself? Do not wait on him. Do not put it on a plate. After all, if I put ice cream on a plate for my husband, I would have to sample it to see if it's good ice cream. So, there's no ice cream here. And if your husband's bringing home stuff to undermine you, and he says things like, well, I really like your figure fuller, I don't like you to be thin, think of it as a compliment. And so you could say things like, well, it's just for 3 weeks. I will keep my Botero like beautiful shape, but at this time, I just need to give my body a break so that I can clean the house better, or I can fix the garage, or I can do the lawn. Let's not let him know what a great job we're doing. He's just a little worried he could lose his favorite person to looking good, and maybe he feels inadequate his way. Men are funny. Sometimes they think if you change shape, that that means you don't like them anymore. Isn't that weird?
Their own insecurities, I guess.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Are these some other tools to help us?
Yes.
Yay.
If you've not done this before, do it. Get the daily nutrient pack. It's just 2 bottles and it works amazingly well to feed your system what it needs to be healthy. Because every day, all of your cells have to take in nutrition and give out waste. When you drink water, you wash away the waste that your body doesn't need anymore. So, this is very helpful when you're going through the cravings. And this is excellent before every meal with your fruits and vegetables and your wonderful food that you're just going to love. And celery's crunchy, orange peppers are crunchy. What else is crunchy, Deb?
Oh, tons of vegetables. The carrot sticks I love, and people cut up radishes and things like that. Any of your fresh vegetables. My newfound thing I told you though is my veggetti machine, and
Yes.
I turn zucchini into spaghetti like strands and serve them with fresh vegetables on top. Yum.
Woo!
Favorite
Yeah,
favorite thing.
There's ways to keep your hands busy that have nothing to do with sugar.
Exactly.
This I love. I love this product. This is amazing. It is so good for reminding your cells how to be perfect. Did I say it would cure anything? No,
No.
I'm not allowed to tell you it has the ability to cure things because your body cures things. If you eliminate debris so your body doesn't have to work so hard, many good things happen that will result in better health. This is a contributing factor to eliminating things that are not good for you to have inside your body. But I didn't say it cured anything. Your body cures things. Got it?
Got it.
Debris away. Drink your water.
Oh, there we go. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Dynamic debris removal
yeah.
for DDR. There we go.
I like that.
Okay. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. Guess what, people? We all make mistakes. And for some of us, going off sugar is a hard thing. And if you have that little cheat, if you make that mistake at lunchtime on Wednesday, don't start over. Just continue on. Don't beat yourself up for it. It happened, but just keep moving forward. You know, by the third day, you're not even going to realize what you're doing. You're going to be so in tune with all your new things, but just don't throw it away and say, oh, now I goofed up and I got to wait till the weekend to start all over again. No, just don't do it. Just keep going.
Right. And don't spend the rest of the day pigging out saying, well, I screwed up. I'll start over tomorrow. No, 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 no. Have your bite of the cookie. Recognize that maybe that wasn't in your best interest and keep moving. Drink warm water. Go out for another 20-minute walk. Do yourself a favor. But see, in recognizing that you didn't really want that, you got to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Probiotic PB Assist is amazing for reseeding your intestinal tract to discourage yeast from getting out of control. This is an amazing capsule within a capsule with all these wonderful things in it. And the particular engineering to do with this came from Rob Young. And he's a genius when it comes to delivery systems within the human body. And modern science finally caught up, and that's why all of the pharmaceutical companies are trying to buy the patent from doTERRA, and doTERRA's going la 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 la.
Yeah, but how great is it to know that it's actually getting right into the system that we need?
Yes.
It's getting all the way into our intestinal area rather than just in the stomach, which is amazing.
Yeah, it really is amazing. You could start with 2 a day for your first 15 days, and then go to 1 a day for the last 15 days. Oh, did I just kick that up to 30? I'm sorry. 21 days. You know how to split it up. You can do the math. I was trying to encourage 30. I snuck that in, Deb.
You did. I know. I heard it.
Okay. Inhalation. We love those little inhalers.
And you're giving us some ideas on what we might be able to do to help us through this?
Yes. Soften personal criticism. Use grounding blend on your low back and the back of your neck to adjust so that you can be open to better possibilities, to miracles happening in your world. Use joyful blend and say, okay, I'm going to stop telling the universe every minute what I want and just sit back and enjoy it.
And for better focus, that lovely peppermint or bergamot really help us keep on track and focus on what we're doing.
Yes.
And we can cope. We can get through things. We can improve the way that we cope and handle things with sandalwood and clary sage.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and the tubelip biblical oils.
Yes, frankincense and myrrh, 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 myrrh. Excellent for initiating
new thoughts.
New thoughts.
Like new positive thoughts?
New thoughts.
Cool.
And if you know somebody who shares aroma touch technique, day 3 of getting off sugar is the perfect time to get aroma touch technique done. It's really good. It helps with cravings. I also run and use Melaleuca on top of my On Guard toothpaste in my mouth when I have cravings that I'm having trouble managing. And that leaves a really interesting taste in your mouth, but then you're more open to positive thoughts.
Cool. Positive thoughts to just be you. Oh, I love all these bees.
Bee, 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 bee.
Yeah. Be beautiful.
Yes.
Humble, confident, authentic, forgiving. Wow, there's so many here. I like this one. Be unstoppable.
Yes.
Cool.
Be courageous with yourself. Be witty. People used to say, well, sometimes I tell myself a joke or I find myself very funny and laugh out loud and people think I'm crazy. And we're like, well, it's better to laugh out loud and then grin because then they wonder what you're up to. Don't give it away. Focus on virtues. You have all of these virtues. Everybody does. You just got to give yourself credit for them. And a little exercise every day. You know me, I recommend 2 20-minute walks at steady pace. So this is always good. I got the death pose down really good. And I can do the forward bending pose really good. The ones in between, I am still working on.
Well, child pose isn't bad, but the downward facing dog pose, I need a lot of work with that one.
Well, I just move the couch closer and I land on the couch. It's great.
But really any kind of exercise, yoga is amazing. We have an amazing trainer that comes and works with us, and she tells us about all her yoga classes that she personally goes to. So, if that's what you like to do, as long as you get 20 minutes in twice a day, it'll all work out great.
Yes. Whether your struggle is with relationships, food, clutter, or finances, it all boils down to one thing: how well you treat yourself. So whatever beliefs you have had about your physical being, your physical wellness, your desire to like yourself well enough, wherever that comes from, it's really important that you understand you're pleasing you. Give up sugar to please you. Give up sugar to discover more of your talents. Give up sugar to change your perspective. It definitely changes how your eyes work. I know that sounds crazy, but it changes your elimination. It changes constipation. The number of people who've written to us about how after 3 weeks, sometimes before 3 weeks, people's chronic pain issues are gone. I'm not supposed to say things like that, but I'm telling you what's wrong if you just try for 3 weeks. You just do it for 3 weeks and something good happens. I mean, it's your body. It's your choice. Speaking of exercise, here's
keeping yourself well.
Here's some things to keep you going, okay? Here's some ideas. Remember that YY is the new KY, and it can be ever so helpful in so many places. It also smells very nice.
It does.
And these are from our friend Ricky Evans, who I dearly love. She does so many optimistic, good things to support people in their growth and in their trusting themselves, to have more pleasure, to have more fun, to have guilt-free living. She is a riot. Go to her page on Facebook or her, like you can see, radiantlivingonline.com. She's great fun. And you owe it to yourself to have more fun. And if you change your eating habits gradually but consistently, You will reap the benefits long term. Start your day with a positive affirmation, like, I expect miracles today. I expect everything that I have worked on to manifest in positive results. I expect that when I get in the car, I'm going to have an open door and safe trip. I have such great expectations of the traffic in front of my house. You haven't seen, I have a funny wall in front of my house, and there's these two huge brick pillars. So I have to be very careful when I'm backing in and out of the driveway. And every day before I leave the house, I say, and I thank you again for quietness on my street, that I can take my time in backing out. And do you know, every single day I have no trouble. In fact, my husband can't even believe it. I'll be driving him somewhere and he goes, how come there's no traffic for you? I go, because I tell them I can't handle it, okay? Please, open door and safe trip. Let me take my time. Because if I hit that wall with the car, it's going to hurt the car, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Paperwork, inconvenience, don't want any of that. So positive affirmations, you decide what kind of positive day you're going to have. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, just remember, everyone, plan, have some things available, have some healthy snacks available in the refrigerator. Those orange veggies, celery sticks, things that are there for you to when you're looking for something. But you're going to feel great every day, more increased energy. You might even have room to start decluttering and cleaning out some closets or something. You just never know. Make more room for more fun in your life. So good luck, everyone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. And thank you, Miss Deb, for all your contributions and your ideas. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And thank you, Sue. I love doing this with you as well. And just know that everyone that's listening to us, we're doing it right along with you. And we're going to have a great 21 sugar-free days. Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, guys.